Hello guys, Diogo Tadini here. I'm finally back after all these months. It was a turmoil of things happening and I had to leave my job, and then now I'm a full-time freelancer, and nothing better to speak about being a freelancer. The theme today is 5 things that I consider being really important for freelancers, especially in the beginning of their careers. Let's do this. So I've been in the industry for about 7 years. So for 7 years I've been filming, but I always had my job on the side. And after 7 years, I finally decided to try these new waters of being a freelancer, and boy, these waters are cold. Right, but regardless of my experience, what I constantly see whenever I'm looking for work for a new client is literally a battlefield. Everyone fighting for that one job, regardless of the job, and it's pretty crazy, to be honest. Camera operator, videographer, filmmaker, DOP, editor, assistant, whatever it is, it's nuts. And in my opinion, the main influence to that is the fact that cameras are way cheaper than they used to be. So people who before would not try to be a filmmaker because of the price of a camera and a computer to edit, now they just jumping into it and then just going crazy, like photography, videography, and all this kind of stuff, editors. So, you know, the competition is a lot greater now. So what you mainly have to do is to work harder than just hard. And I think with these 5 tips, if you are a student that just left uni, or you're just starting your career, or even if you've been working as a freelancer for a while, I do think that following these 5 tips will definitely help you to get more work. Firstly, I would say read, watch, and practice. There are plenty of books, websites, online stuff for you to watch, which in a matter of fact would take you 5 lifetimes to actually read them all. So, you know, you're pretty covered. Read books on subjects that interest you. Don't just kind of try to cover everything. So if you want to be a camera operator, just try to follow that path and then read stuff about cameras and lighting, and, you know, don't try to just go crazy and read everything, because I think that it will be more difficult for you. So start small and then slowly try to kind of branch out and then read more things. But reading is really important. I would strongly recommend you, for example, if you're into lighting, or even if you want to be a camera operator where you have to understand a little bit of lighting, I would strongly recommend you to read books about painting. I actually have one here, one second. Pictorial Composition, An Introduction by Henry Rankin Poor, or Poor, if you know how to pronounce that, please give me some help. This book is actually about painting, which essentially covers a bit of lighting and a bit of composition. So it's a great book, so you can extract that content and apply to your videos. So read, and read. Watch plenty of videos online, but when I say watch stuff online, don't just follow those top filmmakers in the industry, because you're gonna end up frustrated because they have the latest whatever gear, whatever camera, lenses, and everything that you in a way think that you need, but you don't really. I mean, if you think about it, you don't really need all the high-end stuff to make great videos. It will definitely help you, let's not be hypocrites, but I would say follow other kind of stuff. I'm sorry, the noise that you probably hear in the background is my cat just having some food at almost 1 in the morning. For this matter, I have 2 different sources that to me are amazing, regardless if you're an experienced editor or a beginner camera operator. I do think that they do offer really good information for different levels and different skill sets as well. So the first one is No Film School. I'll link them down below. They are just an overall of filmmaking. They do speak about screenwriting and like new gear and different techniques that you can use for your film. They are incredible. The community is huge, and I strongly advise you to just go there. Especially, like, you can go to Facebook and then activate your notifications, and you receive notifications of their posts, and you just follow the community in general. So they're pretty good. And the second one is Film Riot. If you don't know Film Riot, I don't know where have you been. Like, honestly, Film Riot is another one that they're amazing. These guys are pretty amped all the time, like literally day in, day out, they're making videos What fascinates me about them though is the fact that they actually show the behind the scenes of how they make things. So if they have a generic review, for example, they do show the behind the scenes of what gear they used, how they filmed, how they lit the scene, how they made the sounds. There's an amazing collective of stuff there that they also produce. So it's good if you want to buy whatever. I think they have LUTs, they have sound effects, they crazy. Film Riot is definitely something that you want to check out. So I'll link them down below as well. Second tip is to keep calm and be persistent. And what do I mean by that? I'm sure every single freelancer had that moment in their career that they just like, fuck. Trust me, you're not the first and definitely not gonna be the last. In these moments, the best thing for you to do is to keep calm, understand your situation, and use what you have the most in your hands, which is, to be honest, the most valuable thing that you can have, which is time. So use your time wisely. Contact different communities, make sure your portfolio is up to date, your best work is on your website, your Facebook is up to date, your Instagram has got like this crazy good behind the scenes. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. And just in general, just try to reach out to new clients, to potential clients. So make a list of potential clients or companies that you'd like to work for. Write up a nice, well-written email offering your work. Reach out to 10, 20, 50, 100 different companies. One of them, I'm sure one of them will reply to you, and that might be your best work ever. So make sure that you have all that information on your website up to date, your portfolio is up to date, and start reaching out to people. Ask for collaboration. Maybe like reach out another filmmaker in your city. Perhaps they want to collaborate and make, I don't know, like a music video or a short film. Just get creative, but never stop. From the time that you wake up to the time that you go to bed, be persistent with yourself as well. The third one is sign up for freelancing websites, for like where you can find freelance work. I know that seems a bit like, well, yeah, I know that, but it's true. Sometimes just do a research. I mean, apart from the conventional websites, for example, in the UK you have Indeed, you have Monster, obviously you have LinkedIn. LinkedIn is massive, so make sure your LinkedIn is also up to date. And at least in the UK, there are some websites that you can actually sign up for, some of them for free, some of them you have to pay a small fee every month, that offer in a way a bespoke, more like an online CV. You can also upload your CV, your cover letter, which in the UK is a thing. Apart from all of these written bits, you have to make sure that your portfolio is up to date. So portfolio, I'd say first, then sign up for this. When you sign up for this website, freelancing websites, you are going to have an option normally to upload your reel, your show reel. So you upload your show reel there, you have links to your websites, to your blogs, to your Vimeo account or YouTube, and then you can, in a way, tailor your profile to the specific job that you do. So if you're a camera operator, you can put your experiences there, and then you can set up notifications, so then you get notified when there is a job in the market. So you sign up, tailor your profile, and then you just wait for that flow of emails to come, and then hopefully you can get more work that way as well. Fourth is something that we've already spoken about, but not really in depth, which is open a website. Make sure you have a website or a blog, or however you want to name it. Or if you don't have money, maybe open a Wix website, which is free. If you do have some cash to actually invest in your website, do it because it looks really professional, and make sure you're active on your social medias. For example, I was part of Snapchat for a while, but then I had to drop because it wasn't my thing. Snapchat wouldn't really increase any of my work, and it would make me lose some time, kind of waste some time. So I think that you have to sit down and understand which social media would be right for you. For example, I've kept my Twitter account, Instagram, and my Facebook. My Twitter account I mainly use to kind of repost some other stuff that I post maybe on Instagram or Facebook. I do also once in a while check for some news, because Twitter is quite like now. So I'd say Twitter is good for that. Facebook is in a way, I think it goes with your website, but not as formal. So if you have your Facebook account, you open a page with your name, of your company's name, and then you can post your videos there, your pictures there, as well as perhaps articles that you find interesting that you would like other people to know. So that's good as well. And my Instagram account, I think, is the one that plays the most. I don't know. I think that Instagram is something that is cool in a way that you can post pictures, even though we're filmmakers and we can post films now that are about a minute long, or roughly that's what it is as of now. I think that you can post really interesting stuff there. For example, you can post stuff about the behind the scenes. People love seeing behind the scenes, so post behind the scenes of your films. Post interesting frames that you love about your films, but somehow it was a bit meh, people didn't really care, but you post that one frame and people might actually look at your films a bit different. Maybe, I don't know, maybe just go to the city and then just take some interesting pictures and then just, upload them on Instagram. It's insane the amount of people who are getting jobs now, getting work, mostly freelance, with their Instagram accounts. So like you can see, like travel bloggers, vloggers, for example, it's crazy. Like they just go into these amazing places and then they get more trips paid because they had amazing pictures. So, Instagram is super important if you are a freelancer as well. And make sure, especially on your website, have stuff that you want to be known for. Let's say that you are a fashion videographer and for some reason, I don't know, in the summer you perhaps filmed some weddings just to pay the bills. Don't post your weddings on that website. I mean, don't mix up the subjects. If you are a dedicated fashion filmmaker, just don't, kind of pile things up and then people are just going to go like, oh, Diogo@trini.com. Oh, right, he's got like this latest London fashion film here, and 2 videos down he's got a wedding as well. Oh, also a corporate. So you get people confused. So make sure that you find a niche and you follow that niche. As hard as it is, just try as much as you can to follow one path. If you just have too many, people are going to get confused and they're not sure if you right for that role just because you have too much there. So make sure you be a bit specific when posting videos on your website. And by the way, if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, or you can just follow me, I'm linking them below. If you don't want to follow me, that's cool as well. And the 5th tip, last but not least, once you collected your references, once you've studied all the elements of filmmaking, not all, but make sure you understand the elements of filmmaking, once you practiced, once you filmed it, which goes in practice, so I don't know why it's just to be a bit more dramatic, but filmed it, once you edited, once you color corrected it, that's very difficult to say. There it comes, the most obvious tip that I could give you, but some people still struggle. I don't know if they're shy, or I don't know why exactly people don't do this last one, and it is post your work. If you went through all these different sorts of different phases and struggles, and you just made sure that you gathered people and you filmed it and then you edited it and then you exported and just post your work. I mean, I know that it's really hard for us to take criticism, but imagine that your clients won't know that you're actually doing anything if you don't post anything. So make sure after all of these steps, make sure you do post your work. And the reason that I'm saying this is because I used to do this. I used to just go out, film, edit, understand a little bit more color correction, trying to improve my films, export it, have this beautiful piece. There wasn't anything whoa, but to me, I saw the improvement. I saw that it was better than my last film, so I'm just competing with myself. But in the end, I wouldn't post. I would just be like, yeah, but what about those guys? They making it better. Just forget about it. As there is a great photographer. He's also some sort of like online mentor. His name is Chase Jarvis. He's an American photographer. He said something really cool. Never compare yourself with other people, especially when you don't really know much about them. You just know their Instagram lives. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Just don't compare yourself with anybody else. Just do your work. Try to be better than your last work. But that's it. That's about it. Just make sure you go through all these different processes and then post them. And always remember that times like this, like when you find struggles, they are making you stronger. So everyone went through difficult phases, difficult times, somewhat in different levels, but we've all been there. So just make sure that out of all of these experiences, you're just getting stronger. And these were my 5 tips for freelancers in the beginning of their careers, in the middle of their careers, or on the top of their careers. We all suffer the same struggles. We've all been there. So don't worry about it. And I hope these tips will help you to improve your work and to get more work. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao. Damn, I'm getting old. Look at these. All these wrinkles here. That's age.